ladies and gentlemen. I woke up and I saw some patch notes, and now I have this feeling that you're on this day that you knew for a long time that you need to put your own dog to sleep. This doesn't feel good. It doesn't make me happy. It's just bad feelings all around for a full damn day. So, without further ado, are you guys ready for some absolute destruction? I have something somewhere in the back of my closet that needs to be pulled out for this. What? I'm fucking done! The reason why this is a thing is because I feel like a fucking clown. Yes. Okay, but let's get it poppin'. So, I did not even read the patch notes. I woke up to this bullshit. So, overall thoughts on the balancing patch. Bloody blah. Overall thoughts. Is everything a joke? Roy changes. People are mad. Loyalty to Crow. What? Patch reviews. Oh, bus ass. And this only happens when things are bad. So let me get to the point where I would say, oh my god, it's absolutely trash. Okay. Oh, there is some revision already. Oh my god. So we have 16 hero balance patches. Great. Will there be anything that is useful? Are you guys ready for some destruction? Please put some numbers in the chat, because I'm going to need something. Okay, so Roy, attacks increased by 200%. So this is a base stat, not a 200% on his own stuff. Evelyn 10% increased damage to all enemies. Great. But now he cannot do Trilo Sky anymore because now he not has any 100% dodge rate on his too. Okay, so the one thing that Roy could do, he's actually not going to do it. The hack skill. Previous Transcendence perk hack 4 skill darkness effects have been added. But I'm not quite sure what this will do to Roy, but whatever. 50% chance of stacking 1 bleed. Okay. So this will be added to his normal kit, and then you can take a light skill. What? So they did not add any T4 darks? What? Oh, never mind. Each hit reduces the target's mana by 150. Right, now that's PvP oriented. Does it make him broken? Does it make him viable? No, I highly doubt it. After Kaula, or whatever his name is, added the effect where every enemy under electric shock, Kaula will take 50% reduced damage. This effect can be stacked up to 3 times and is irremovable, and it doesn't have a downtime. Okay, so this is PvP based, and the fact that he will have 45% damage reduction seems pretty broken. However, it becomes even more broken. Upon activation, dispels the positive effects from targets if there are 3 enemies or less. But now that is Guild War. Great. Does this make this dude absolutely viable? I don't know. And it really has to do with the duration. But either way, doesn't really matter. So we have this Miruru patch. And this is something that they started doing first and foremost, and that is increase the overall damage by an X amount of percent. And they did something with it. So this is what I would call real balancing to a certain degree. But here's the thing. Like, it feels so lackluster. Damage by 12%. Damage increased by 7%. The only thing I can feel is another Crystal Music Box Ruru that can just one-shot my shit. Will it make her viable in any other content beside PvP? I don't even know. So here's the thing. Does this really help me? Does this help Ruru players at all? Oh my god, increases damage by 20% and deals damage to enemies within a wider range. Oh, you might be able to one-shot people with that S3. All of them. Great. I'm already done with this. Okay, as for Reina, one of the characters that seemed highly interesting, there will be a damage increase overall by 8%. Now, this seems interesting. Then again, I am still a little bit bummed out by it because I think Reina has an awesome kit for us to play it. But what is this really? Right? Added the skill effect will now be able to dispel negative effects for himself. Great. PvP-wise seems interesting, but is it really that good? Probably not. When auto-attacking, there's a 10% chance to increase damage. Great! Now this thing has been changed. Upon using the skill, increases own crit damage by 10% for 10 seconds. Oh my god. So, this thing did not change at all. Chen was the ceases sit-ups. Oh, what? You guys are mad. Not now. I'll keep it in mind. As for Rodina, skill cooldown will be reduced from 15 to 13 seconds. Now, I'm not a Rodina player, but it's her S3, her main damaging kit. But then again, is it not so that you need either the S1 or S2 to make it absolutely good? I don't even know. Increases the mana cost and increases the number by the targets of what? I don't even know if this is any good or whatsoever. But it feels lackluster once again. Now the Louisia above seem a little bit decent to some degree with about a 10% damage increase because each stack of blood will now deal, instead of 0.5% damage, it will be 1, so that will be double. Oh wait, the Dominator skill, decrease the maximum amount of bloods and put it to 60%, which basically means that this thing could be simply 0.6% extra damage. I don't even know, because this used to be 50% extra increase and this is now 60% increase, and decrease the maximum stack of bloods from 200 to 120. Great. So you get a overall 20% damage boost on your Louisia, and you get it stacked faster, which might be interesting for world bosses. But does it make her overall super broken? I don't think so. Next, so one of the dudes that has no value in this game anymore. Will he get any more value? Each normal attack will have a 10% blade stack increase the number of targets, bloody blah. Okay, great. But now the dark version, the T5 dark, when auto attacking, so they basically moved the T5 dark to his S4 skill. But they added, at the beginning of each battle, increases damage to non-hero enemies by 7%, effect is removable, and it can be stacked up to 5 times. Now this is purely made for Asolon. This is not gonna be good for your Eclipses, because he still does ass damage for Eclipse on single target damage. So that is trash. Now the dude that I was insanely hype about, that he was finally gonna get touched by the buff hammer. How bad is this shit gonna be? This now will be, okay, S2, which is part of his main damaging kit, will now be able to recover mana even in the God of Lightning state. So they basically remove one of his quirks that allow him to be a little bit bad. And increases the duration from 10 to 15 seconds. Now this seems like a 50% damage buff. Woohoo! Yay! Will no longer take damage increase from the God of Lightning state. Woohoo! Yay! Now that's great. Now he doesn't kill himself anymore in Eclipse. Remove the recovery half mana God of Lightning state. The duration of the attack increase when mana is full has changed from 10 to 15 seconds. So I don't know if this ups the uptime to a certain degree, but it still seems woohoo! Yay, lame. The duration of the Lightning Bolt Legion's activation has increased from 10 to 15 seconds. Woohoo! There's still a fucking downtime. That means that he is not a stable factor in this game. Woohoo! Great. Let's move on to the next. I think I've said enough. Visca, previous third skill attribute, will now be included as a default effect. Increased damage the target takes by 25%. Okay, great. So this is pretty decent for your starter characters. The effect will be maintained for 15 seconds. But the third attribute skill has been changed to damage increased by 25%. So can she be then used for physical damage teams? Why would I ever fucking do that? It makes no sense. As for the S3 skill, cooldown reduced from 18 to 30 seconds. Okay. I forgot Tanya. Don't worry, guys. I got you on that one. So, I can see some PvP Viscas coming from this, but what? After the S2 perk, the magical defense reduction is erased because it has been put into the skill as well, and reduces the target's heal rate by 30% for 15 seconds, which is great because the downtime on that is really low. But why is this useful? Please remove your mask a bit. Okay. 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 That thing is itchy as hell. Okay. So basically what Visca now is a better Galgoria support. Right. Now, does this feel like anything decent? Does this make me feel hyped to build this character? No. Does it make me hyped to build any of these 9 characters that I went over so far? No. Because there's still Panzerone that is just absolutely blasting everything out of the water because she's way too broken. So am I hype about? No, it is trash. Okay, let's go back to one thing that I forgot to mention. This is Antonio's. Improved the wet crit and dodge chance increase from 150 to 300. Increase the silence effect from blah 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 blah. Okay. No. As for the what is it? S1 Dark changes the target to priest, reduces peak crit resistance by 250 for 10 seconds. Great. PvP edition. Was this necessary? I don't know. Will this make her viable? Will this make her broken? Well, here's the thing. Does it make me hyped to build this character? No. Okay. Trash. Crow. Now, if we're talking buffs, even the god shall die. Damage will be increased by 17%. Now, does he take the cake over Panzerone? Yes, because he looks 12,000 times better. Will his damage be better than Pansy's? I think not. Now, now we're coming up with, I would like to call this the biggest joke of all of the buffs, and that is Shamilla. So, Chun, honestly, bro, I feel for you on this one. So, Shamilla's one of those characters that is a burst character. Burst character, which means you click one button, everything dies. Now, what will we add to this? Visible curses will now last for 10 seconds instead of 7. Great. You don't need that many seconds. Vessel curses duration is increased by 20 per second and becomes dispellable. What? Okay, now it has been changed. The time has increased effect has been removed. What? CC accuracy will be increased by 400 for the duration. So you have a burst character, right? That will now allow herself to do CC. The best CC in the game is if you kill people. They will not move ever again, right? Fucking dumbasses. What the? Who is thinking of these things, right? Oh my god. You can't even take that perk because the S4 light gets 80% more shield. Thank you, Chun, for adding this. That makes it even better. That makes this whole thing hit something. Like I don't want anybody to go up on the street and start to riot, but everybody in their house should have a disciplinary stick. And what I mean by that is, if you have your kid and he does something that you don't want, discipline him. Now this is looking like somebody that let me not burn the house down just yet. We got a few more characters to cover. Lilia buff. Now this is one of the things that I was like, okay, interesting. Added an effect increasing own damage dealt to enemies by 20%. Okay, whatever. Will this make her viable in flow? Maybe. Will this make her viable in any other content? Maybe, because the damage increase seems quite interesting. And there's a crit chance of 300 increase for no apparent reason. Right? So, either way, will this make her more broken? Yes. Is she broken already? No. So, will this make her viable? We'll have to test that out once the servers are up. Carisha. Now, somebody hoped that she would be a damage dealer. Well, enemy blockade. Increases the enemy silence effect from 1 second to 2. Right. Okay. Silences are always good, but 1 to 2 seconds is a 100% increase. That's a major buff. Will this make her viable? Don't think so. When on a blow light, damage of normal attacks will now only be reduced to 30% instead of 50. Wait. Okay, so she will do more damage? I don't know. When owning green light, damage of normal attacks will no longer be reduced. This will up her overall damage, I believe, but will it make her viable? Highly doubted. As for Scarlet, added an effect where each hit increases physical damage the target takes by 3%. Can be stacked up to 10 times. Okay, so is she then gonna be a support? Is she then gonna hit the backline for 10 times? No. Is she then gonna hit the frontliners for 10 times? Great, but this is still dispellable, and the fact that you need to hit multiple times for PvP, trash, right? Even if it is actual damage increase, it's still not gonna make her more playable after the Shockman Helm got released. So it is still trash. As for the S2 Light, if the target is not a hero, stun them for 4 seconds. Great. Do you really pick it? Do you really have the options to pick these perks? Reduces attack speed on the hit targets for 300 by 10 seconds. Now, this seems broken to a certain degree, but once again, this is a burst character. This means you press one button, people die. Why would you need any CC increase? Now, this will open up options for a Bruiser Scarlet, right? How's Visca? Trash. Easy said. As for the S4, physical damage boost will become irremovable. Oh, now that's actually something. Stun duration lasts 2 more seconds when there's only one enemy. This means that this will not be used. As for the CC resistance and the attack speed increase, this will allow you to shift one attack speed to either attack or something else. So this will allow her for more of a bruiser build. Does this make her viable? No. Does this make it anywhere better? Great. Just a better Galgoria support. You don't want Scarlet there, my brother. You don't want her there. Oh man, you want DLK there for absolute damage. You want even like Rebel Claws there for absolute damage. It will be crazy. Now the Void Frenzy skill, the time will increase from 10 to 30 seconds. Now I'm not quite versed on her, but let me just check what this is. Hilda. Void Frenzy. So basically what they're saying is that Hilda has a 100% uptime on Void Frenzy. That's what they're saying. Does this make her any good? Does this make her better or broken? I don't know, man. It's just, man. So in terms of like buff patch, if you compare this to the Gao buffs, if you compare this to the Lorraine buffs, if you compare this to like a lot of these buffs that have been added over time to make certain characters super broken, Bernheim buffs making him absolutely busted in League of Honor. Like I can think of so many characters that became absolutely busted with the changes they made. If I look at this, they are lackluster by any means. Does this make Lilia any better than she originally was? Obviously yes, great, because they have not added any other or they haven't down anything. Will this make Theo better? Probably a little bit, but does it take away from his core kit? No, because there's still a downtime on him. Will this make him viable then? No. Nyx was a PvP character, not useful anymore. They added something really great, and that is simply the T perk can now be switched to something else. Does that make him better? Does that make him greater? No, because for Eclipse, he's still the same shitty character. He still cannot do Trial of Flow. He can only do Arsalan at this point. For Luisia, same thing. Her damage will be upped a little bit faster. Her ramp up will take a little bit more or a little less time. Great. Does it really matter? I don't think so. The S3 Focus Fire of Rodina, which is supposed to be the main damaging skill. Great. Reyna will be increasing some damage, dispel negative effects. Will this make her broken? No, not really, because when auto attacking, there's a 10% chance to bloody to do that. But This will have a bigger uptime. Will this make it greater? No, probably not. Ruru, same thing. PvP character, wider range increase, whatever, right? Kaula will not get one shot the moment he's up there. So will he be able to heal and be even more obnoxious? Yes, this is make him great. No. Roy, I don't even fucking know what they were deciding on doing with this, man. So I'm just, this is so underwhelming, and I think there are a lot of people just mad as hell if you compare this to other buffs that other people have been getting. Now here's the thing, and this is my plea. I hope for next week to be another balance patch. I hope for the week after there to be another balance patch. Because these things, if they happen every single week or once every 2 weeks or every month, then we might be finally able to balance this game, right? But then we need to see one thing. Either they nerf the most broken heroes, nerf the pansies, nerf DLK opener S1, nerf Fall of Phrase, Busted Shield, and whatever damage she does, right? Or we make everything broken so nothing is. Because at the end of the day, if everything is busted, nothing is. Then everything will be reduced to zero. Remember that Yana still didn't get a rework? Yo, there's so many characters that need a touch upon, and they haven't touched upon those characters. Like Chase is one of those forgotten characters. At least we get him on the big screen with my baby Nikki. So I hope they will touch this dude at some point. If they don't, I will be mad as hell. Now, as for the Battle of Ordeals, it means that you can enter any type of battle on here. You can enter it, click things, and go up a few stages. Great. If your character dies, it will be dead until the next day. So you better get yourself some healers because you will get your ass shot. After you win a certain times, you can get yourself a legendary buffs, heroic buffs, and everything will be added, not to one of your characters, but all of your characters, which is pretty great. You have some change tickets. Your opponent will be changed to a new opponent. You will have 5 of those. And every single time on every single day, your characters will be revived once again. Great. And looking at all these buffs, that is pretty great. Now, as for the rewards, if you beat yourself some challengers, you can get yourself unique treasure fragments. But, great. Now, I'm assuming what they mean with the sections. This will be the first section, second section, third section. So that does mean at some point that we will get a nice amount of UTs if you get the challenger. That means nasty, and I mean nasty amounts of unique treasure fragments. Okay, interesting. The arena score awards will give you ordeal points. 300. Wait, so almost 4,000 points. Okay, let's look at the cost of these things. Techno Magic Gear upgrade ticket. Okay, great. Reforged tickets. This is already 200, right? As for the stamina potions, this is also like, so you can buy yourself like 10 Reforged tickets and 90 stamina potions, and then you cannot even do the Techno Magic Gear upgrading stones. Okay, now this seems interesting to a certain degree, but not being able to buy anything, even if you are challenger, right? Even if you are very, very good on this, then this doesn't seem as good or as great as it could be. As for this, I was hoping for people to get Zara on the first thing, but what do you get? You get the Zara's unique gear ticket, which means you're going to do a full story mode on Zara. And what do we really get? Stamina potions. I'm getting mad as hell. You guys want some more pay-to-win stuff? Central Neighborhood, the ranged ether has been added. Oh, you can just open a dungeon And you can actually get ethers. Can you get shining ethers? Oh, great. So you can get glittering and shining ethers. Now, I don't know whether it's purple or red, but that seems absolutely broken. And you need stamina for a certain point. Great. Now, added League of Victory participation rewards. This is more catered toward the newer players because you will be able to receive 200 medals regardless of whether you win or lose. You get about, what, 20, maybe 30 tickets a day. So that means you can get up to 600 of these victory medals a day. Do that times a week. Then it will allow you to do, in terms of participation, a little bit more. Does this mean more unique weapons? TM selector for 100 bucks. Yup, like I'm gonna write about that one. Don't worry about it, man. The new Raider rulebook reworks. So basically, you get 2 things of these. Now, this is highly valuable for newer characters because you can get an academic achievement. You can get yourself a Lulu's necklace. Not the silly one that's a T1. No, this is a T10 one. That is pretty great. You can get a 5-star hero ticket from day 1. Now, this is absolutely gorgeous because you can start out with a very good hero at the start of the game. Because you can start off with a Lorraine, not a Miriam. They are, like, this is basically implying that Miriam is trash. She is literally garbage, and they need to buff her as well. There's certain characters that still need to be touched upon. Miriam, I believe, is one of them. But looking at the rest, great. New buffs. Trial of the God King. Decrease the damage and the defense decrease debuff from the whirlwind of Musama. So the moment you will get yourself a frontal damage character, you might be able to survive it. However, does this make it so that you can survive the Trial of Sky with a Cecilia, for instance? I don't quite know. I'm going to test that one out. Changed it so that the monsters will target night classes heroes first during the normal monster waves. Great. Now this way, it doesn't make it so that you can get yourself a CC on Shockmare, allow herself to jump in, and allow herself to die straight A the moment she gets there. Now that is a great addition for frontal damage characters. But does that make the game more interesting to play? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Some UI changes onto the soul weapons. Trash. Improve the crafting system. Okay, so basically, crafting time for Stone of Infinity, Fragment of Infinity will be removed when crafting craft growth. What? Okay. That means that if you have materials, you will not have to wait. Now, this is good in terms of speedrunning, honestly, but does it make it broken? I don't quite know. Added November story, monthly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Taylor will be added, right? World boss HP change. Maximum HP has been increased for all world bosses, added as of November 9th. This was needed because Mita actually fucking killed the world boss. You can actually kill a world boss. Jeez. New raid challenge. Okay, now if this doesn't sound anything as nasty, then we're coming up to the event dungeon. So basically what it says, now the story dungeon will be added to part 2. Great. You will be able to participate into some new stuff. Great. Now this is an event all about a story mode, and we will be checking that out pretty soon. However, here's the thing. We will be getting no extras. And only on the special dungeon will you get some unique weapon fragments. That's it. That's the first clear reward. So if you already done this thing, you're not getting anything else. Boring. As for the November's events, you will get a free unique weapon, free TP5. What do you need to do from this clear daily missions? Will you be able to get something else? Yes. But how random is this? Yes. Absolutely great. A raid coin bonus. This is exactly what I needed. I got about 40 million of these heifers that I'll never use. Ugh. Central burning time, bloody blah. 50% less stamina consumption. Oh, this will finally get you that ethers that you will need. Either blue or purple, which can only get you to plus 15. I would still deem this useless, but there might be some people just arguing this otherwise, but a Black Friday sale promotion. So if you decided to still stick with this game and be on board where you can see the iceberg coming ahead and you think let's just stay on here because it's nice and cozy and the electricity is still running for at least 10 more minutes, then you can decide to buy yourself all of the heroes and all of the costumes. Now this is great. This will allow you to get that gold percentage that you saw in my videos. It is just absolutely gorgeous. You can buy all of your characters for just 3k rubies respectively. Awesome. You will get yourself a unique weapon ticket on your very first purchase. Woohoo! Great. And you can get yourself unique treasures, unique tickets, but you gotta buy something. Doesn't matter what, you just gotta buy something. Great. I'm gonna skip over all of these things, even the special summon item, because we know that we're not getting anything out of it. Black Friday, it is so good. All of it is free. Where the hell is that? Oh, here you go. So instead of fixing the Techno Magic Gear issue, we got this horrendous item, which I have predicted from the get-go, the moment they made this, to make it a sellable option, to have the additional skill that you want. You can buy 3 times within the period. Now that is great. That means that you can buy yourself the full TM gear that you ever want. Now, if I have to imagine how much this thing is gonna cost, I'm gonna tell it to you straight. This thing is 100 Black Friday tokens. This thing is gonna be 80, 90, or 100 bucks depending on what region you live in. Ichikayu, yo, thanks for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the family. So this will be like 100 bucks ish, right? The reason why I know this is because the Soulstone ticket, the 2 unique weapon tickets, are also 100 Black Friday tokens. Okay. So if you want to pay to win, you gotta just pay like 250 to 300 bucks worth of Techno Magic Gears. You get not 4, but you get 3 of them. But 9 out of 10 times the newer or like the veteran players already have at least one piece that they want, so you can fill it up with the rest of it, and everybody can be broken. This game is heading toward that iceberg, people, and I am considering jumping off this ship because it's not getting better. It is not getting better. Now, what do we even get from the Black Friday sales? Promotion 3, stamina potions must be used upon the blah. Okay, so you can get a 3-star gear unique ticket. Great. You can get a Soulstone ticket. Availability. Oh, it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. You can buy 5 Soulstone tickets. 5. No worries. 3-star unique gear tickets, you can get 2 of those. 85 USDs. Yup. Yo, you can even see the tiredness on my face right now, right? Oh man, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you guys. Like this is a ship heading toward an iceberg. Like it is so bad that they're trying to make a quick buck before they abandon ship. Like it just Like, this is what's happening with the TM gear, right? They're gonna give us the big hurt, like, ah! And you'll be like, my arm, it hurts. And then they're like, don't worry, guy. I'm gonna patch you up. Patch you up. And then it's all like, oh my god, I forgot you actually hit my arm. I forgot. Because the patch will inhibit anything and everything. And this is actually a big representation of what is going to happen right now. So first they're going to introduce the new TM parts, great and all. And after like the half of the half part of December, they will make it easier to get the TM gears. But what if they would reverse it? Like, it would make it so that you don't feel obligated to buy the shit to be with the people that are paying as well, because this is just a race for numbers on your screen. It is absolutely trash. So I don't know what I need to do at this point. I already voiced my concerns in the previous video. That doesn't get heard, but I just hope that people will stop buying their shit. Like, stop supporting this kind of bullshit, because it's not gonna get better the moment you buy shit. It's not gonna get better. At some point, they will have to put their money where their mouth is and stop making videos about, oh my god, we're actually gonna increase the gameplay. We're gonna give you guys more stuff, great and all. They gotta put their money where their mouth is if their money is running out. And it's not hard to balance this game out. It's really not. You don't have to magically turn a formula into something else, like, oh my god, and give 7% damage to a certain character. Oh my god, I needed 6 months to prepare for this. What do I do? Oh my god. Okay, let me just wrap this up. Put something in the comments if you guys want to vent a little bit like I just did. But this is where it's at. This is where we